Welcome to Wabash TV's Wednesday night basketball, presented by the Wabash College Media Center. It's a good one tonight. The 4-3 Little Giants and the 1-7 Greenville College Panthers. Forgot what I was going to say there, Derek. Alongside Derek Andre tonight, I'm Clayton Randolph. Well, Derek, this team, the Greenville College Panthers, runs an offense similar to that of Grinnell College, which they call the system. They average about 112.3 points per game, and we're going to see a lot of points on the board tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see something you don't see out of this Wabash College team very often, especially last year. We're going to see a game where both teams are going to be forced to push the pace because of this system that Greenville College runs. Like you said, they average 112 points a game. The good thing for Wabash, opponents are averaging 120 points a game. So I think we're going to see a really fast-paced game that's going to be a lot of fun for you at home to watch.
Little Giants, of course, are led by Daniel Pervlisis, who obviously we've mentioned a few times this year, has gone over 1,000 points on the season. But also Wabash, they're on a 2-game losing streak. They start a 3-game homestand tonight, and they really need to get back on track starting tonight with Greenville.
They really do, especially, losing to Wittenberg last week. That was a tough loss, being up 10 points with about 9 minutes to go. But going to Oberlin, that's a game that the Little Giants needed to win. If they're going to compete for the top 4 in the NCAC, that's a game that they're going to have to get, Clayton. They're going to have to be the teams that they should beat, and they should have beaten Oberlin. I think, though, with this 3-game homestand, it's coming at an important time of the season with Greenville tonight and then games Saturday and next Monday, Saturday and then a week from Monday, we're going to see 3 games the Little Giants can win, get the record up to, 7-3, or 7-3, I'm not a math major. Get the record back up to 7-3, get on the right track going into the new year.
The other thing, too, we saw Duncan Roy come out. He's in street clothes tonight, so we will not see Duncan Roy. That means Zach Patton will most likely move into the starting role tonight. And, that's a big loss. Duncan Roy was playing very well in the starting role for Wabash.
He was. As a freshman, he's coming out. He's giving the Little Giants a lot of athleticism out of Bar Reef High School down in the southern end of the state. He can shoot the three-pointer. He can do a lot of good things for Wabash. So losing him tonight, that's going to hurt, especially in a game where they're going to have to play up and down and play with pace. The good thing is, though, you're getting a healthy Zach Patton back, and he's going to be able to run. He's able to run the floor more so than some other Little Giants are.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Wabash TV presents more of this pregame show. Greenville College and the Wabash College Little Giants coming up right after these messages.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus. I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles. At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site, and the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do, it's humbling. There's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these four will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us. We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
And the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Wabash TV presents Wednesday night basketball. The Little Giants and the Greenville College Panthers this evening. Wabash 4-3, Greenville 1-7. Tonight's game presented by the Wabash College Media Center. Alongside Derek Andre tonight, I'm Clayton Randolph. Derek, this is going to be an extremely fun and up and down game.
Well, you couldn't have said it any better, Clayton. You have a Greenville College team that averages 112 points a game. Now, that's a lot of points, and that's more points than we've probably seen here in Chadwick Court for years. The good thing for Wabash is that they're giving up 120 points a game. So we're going to see two teams that probably will score the triple digits. I don't know if that's ever happened in Chadwick Court, or at least has happened in the last 20 years in a regulation game. This is going to be so much fun, and it's going to be, absolute mayhem down here for the scorers on the bench.
The Panthers enter tonight's contest, Derek, averaging 112.3 points a game. And they play a style that's similar to that of Grinnell's College's The System. I put that in quotes even though you can't see me. Fast shooting offense, aggressive full court defense. They're just up and down really quick. They get a lot of shots off. They're led by Tim Daniels, who averages 20.9 points per game. And get this, 20.6 minutes of play.
Well, that's the thing about the Grinnell system. They basically run hockey line changes out there. They have groups of 4 or 5 guys that they'll just sub in and out, in and out, in and out. And the system is kind of predicated on this idea that the 2 best shots are a 3 or a layup. when a 3 is better than a layup. So the idea for the system is to take the first open shot you have, or the first semi-open shot you have, chuck it at the rim, and hope it goes in. And if it doesn't, play fast break defense.
That just doesn't seem like a good way to win ball games.
It's not. There's a reason that Grinnell College is sub 500 every single year. The thing of it is, though, they have more fun and they set every record in the NCAA. If you remember a few years back, the guy that scored 138 points in a college basketball game, he played for Grinnell and played as part of the Grinnell system. Now, I'm not saying that this is a great game, but it is going to be a lot of fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, it will be. We'll have the coverage of it. Wabash College Media Center's Wabash TV on the call tonight, along with WNDY. The other thing, too, Wabash, Derek, is on a 2-game losing streak. They're coming off a loss on the road to Oberlin, 59-50. And really, they start a 3-game homestand tonight. But Wabash needs to get back on track. And this, right now, you started against a 1-17.
Yeah, Clayton, I think that this is one of those games that Wabash needs to win. They need to get to 5-3 on the season. They're at 4-3, like you said, but they've lost 2 straight, losing to Wittenberg last Wednesday night. That's a tough loss. Whenever you're up by 10 points with 9 minutes to play, that's a hard way to go down. And then going to Oberlin this past weekend, losing 59-50. Now, that's a game that the Little Giants lost last year, but it's still a game that they should have won. If you're going to try to compete for top 4 spots in the NCAC, you've got to beat the teams that you should beat. You got to beat the teams you're better than. In my opinion, Wabash is better on paper than Oberlin. They should have won that game. The good thing is they're back here in Chadwick Court tonight. They've got a game that I think they should win to get a little bit of confidence before going up against the perennial powerhouse, the College of Worcester.
Yeah, and tonight, this is where you can really, I think, get the team back on track. It's just, we've talked about this before. The team is young, and I think that has gone into that's factored into some of the losses. Against Wittenberg, the guys just seem to lose. They just ran out of gas there towards the end. They couldn't hit a shot. Wittenberg went on a 22-0 run or whatever it was to win. Same thing at Oberlin. You just kind of run out of gas here, and they're learning. This is a learning process.
Exactly. You've got a team with 3 seniors, a junior, a sophomore, and the rest are freshmen. So most of your rotations that you're subbing in and out, those guys, this is their 8th college basketball game. You're going to make mental errors toward the end of these games. Division III basketball is more mentally taxing and physically taxing than high school basketball is. It's just the way that things work. Now, that's not to excuse some of the mistakes that the freshmen are making. They are making errors, and they're making errors at a critical juncture in the game. I think, though, and this is just my hunch, it's better for them to make these errors now and learn from them than to make them in March.
Right.
I don't think that they'll make the same errors. I don't think they'll get as mentally and physically tired at the end of games toward the end of the season. The problem are the losses early in the season going to sink their postseason chances late? I don't know. Only time will tell.
Wabash is led by freshman Johnny Jager, who over the last 2 games is averaging 14.5 points. Senior Daniel Pavlisis was also averaging in that 2-game stretch there 12.5 points and 8 rebounds. On the year, though, Dan is averaging 16.4 points per game. Johnny's averaging 15.7. And then there's nobody else really that comes close when you're talking about points a game. Now, tonight, that could change quite a bit depending on how Greenville plays Wabash defensively. This is going to be something Wabash has not seen all season and will not see the rest of the season after tonight. Yeah,
typically whenever you're playing the system, you need about 2 or 3 point guards that really are quick, good ball handlers and can move the ball up the court well. As a team playing against the system, the best way to beat it is to have ball handlers, to have guards that can carry the ball up the floor and can play with some pace and kind of just be able to outrun the other team. That's one thing that Jager brings Wabash that they haven't seen in a while. He's a scoring point guard. If everything goes down for him tonight, Johnny Jager could have 50 points. That is legitimately not out of the realm of possibility that we could see Jager or Burton or somebody make 10 threes tonight. This is going to be one of the weirdest basketball games you'll ever see, especially for the Little Giants. This is going to be one of the strangest games that they'll have played in the past 15 years.
Wabash is also tonight without Duncan Roy. He has sprained a knee, so he's in street clothes on the bench right now. The starters for Wabash, we thought about that Zach Patton might move into the starting lineup. They're not. You mentioned how you got to have a lot of point guards out there on the floor. Well, they're going to start Trent McCarthy, who's another freshman guard.
Yeah, typically you have McCarthy backing up Johnny Jagrin. McCarthy's a very capable point guard. He's perfectly capable of running the Little Giants offense. And tonight they're starting him alongside Johnny Jager. So it's nice to see Wabash, accepting the fact that the system is going to be run tonight and they're going to have to score a lot of points. It's going to be tremendous fun for everybody here and for everybody watching at home.
Tonight's officials, James Curran, Michael Romas, and David Walker. Young officiating crew tonight. That's always good to see.
It's going to be interesting. We've got a
well, you got to have a young crew for this game.
Yeah.
You can't be sprinting up and down the floor the whole
This is going to be their cardio for the next month.
Yeah.
I feel bad for officials in these sort of games. The players, they can sub in and out. The officials, they got to up and down. This is going to be chaos.
Not a big crowd so far. Hopefully get a few more fans to trickle in by the time the game tips off. Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph courtside with you. Greenville and the Little Giants. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back after this. Wabash TV and WNDY Wednesday night basketball.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your Little Giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
Coming over to get ready for the national anthem here at Chadwick Court. Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph courtside. This is going to be an up and down ball game. We have not seen anything like it in quite some time. Actually, ever.
And I doubt
we're not going to.
I doubt anybody at home's ever seen anything like this. Yep. The Grinnell system is really run by Grinnell, and that's about it, to my knowledge. I don't know of too many teams that run the Grinnell system, and it's going to be fun to watch it done tonight.
Yes, it is. All right, it's time for the national anthem. Here's the clock. Continues to tick down here at Chadwick Court. Turn over to public address announcer Brent Harris for tonight's national anthem.
Tonight's NCAA Division III basketball game between the visitors from Greenville College and your Wabash College Little Giants. At this time, will you please rise as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
right, it's time for the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Greenville comes into the ball game 1-7. Wabash 4-3. Greenville will go with number 0, Andrew Scott, 11, DeAndre Brown, 23, Michael Holm, 25, Johari Dix, and number 30, Tim Daniel. Daniel, Derek, is the one player that's averaging 20.6 points per game in only 20 minutes of action for the Panthers.
He's gonna be a tough one to stop. The Little Giants are gonna have to get their hands up, get out on the perimeter, and be able to defend the three-point shot, be able to defend in transition tonight. If they're gonna keep this one, come out with a win in this one. I think they can do that. They're going with the right lineup. They're going with a quick lineup. You're putting Evan Frank in instead of Marcus Camrath. You're getting the speed advantage there. So I think that this is going to be, for the Little Giants, they're doing the right things to defend against this system.
The other thing you don't see very often, the Panthers head coach, Dr. George Barber. Not very often do you see a doctor coaching a basketball team.
No, you typically don't. I think the only other doctor that I know of that coaches a college team is the head football coach at Washington University in St. Louis. So that's certainly not something you see very often.
Wabash will go with their normal starting lineup, -1. Johnny Jager, Trenton McCarthy. He's in there for Duncan Roy. Austin Burton, Evan Frank, and Daniel Pervlisis. Camrath also does not get the start tonight, so a couple of switches for Wabash. Frank will get the start. We know Evan has been playing very well, and we've seen that. I mean, he's been getting heavy minutes from Coach Bremen all year long.
He has, and it's completely understandable. He's a great basketball player, 6'8", 215 as a freshman. I mean, he's a big guy, but he runs the floor extremely well. That's why I think, in part, he's getting the start tonight because he can get up and down the floor. This is going to be, like you said, this is a run-and-gun game. This is a run-and-gun system that Wabash is playing against tonight. They've got to put guys in there that can get up and down the floor, north to south, and I think that they're doing that.
Tonight's officials, James Curran, Michael Romas, and David Walker. We mentioned earlier this officiating crew very young, which is a good thing. I'd like to see that. They'll be able to at least get up and down the floor tonight and stay with this this pace.
Yeah, I think if we had some of our typical officials out here tonight, we might need to wheel out a stretcher onto the court. But hopefully nothing like that happens.
Wabash in their home white uniforms, red trim, red numerals, gray outline. Greenville will go with orange uniform, Nike, white and black trim. Here's the opening tip-off. And it is won by Greenville. Quickly down the floor, missed the layup, and a rebound to Evan Frank. That was Michael Holm on the missed layup, and quickly Pervlisa scores. Up the floor, Johari Dix. Here's a quick three-pointer. Good! Tim Daniel already is 3-2.
And this is what we're going to see all night. We're going to see full court presses. We're going to see speed up and down the floor, a lot of threes and a lot of layups.
And already here comes a whole new lineup in.
And expect line changes about every 2 minutes. Really.
McCarthy to Frank, had it blocked momentarily. Frank got it back, up and in, Evan Frank.
Yeah, that's a good power move from Frank. Good awareness to know where the defenders were and to get around them.
Dix quickly up the floor. Here's Tim Daniel again. That's short and out of bounds. It will go to Wabash.
And now we see why he has so many points a game. He's just chucking threes.
4-3, Wabash leads early. We've only played 55 seconds.
And we've got a line change.
Another lineup in. Evan Frank will inbounds to our left. Wabash going left to right. He finds Jager along the sidelines. Johnny has to get rid of it, and he threw it away. Hustled into a pass there.
And that's the dangerous thing about this system. With the full court press, you're going to see a lot of turnovers tonight.
Here's Kenny Green, big guy, all the way to the rim. Tough layup and in. Kenny Green. It's a 6'3" junior from Los Angeles.
That's a pretty strong move for a Division III player.
5-4 now. Greenville leads. Wabash breaks the press. Burton has it on the right wing. Here's Pervlisis going inside. Hook shot's good. Wabash retakes the lead. This is going to be quick. Up the floor. This is Christian Cadalzo. Greenville works it around. Shot up and missed. Here's another three by Shane Smith. That's off, and another rebound by Greenville. Now Kenny Green in the corner. Banks in a three from the corner. Kenny Green.
That's the dangerous thing for a team like Wabash playing against this system. This is a system where they don't have a lot of guys crash the boards, and they keep people around the three-point line. Wabash is a team that likes to go after rebounds, so if they don't get the rebound on the first try.
Burton to the rim and scores. Quickly up the floor. Greenville may have walked there, missed the shot. That was number 4, Jamal Daniels. Rebound Wabash. Burton to the rim, missed the layup. Rebound Kenny Green. Green for 3, that's off. Rebound Pervlisis.
This looks like a stinking IM game.
Yes, it does. Trenton McCarthy to the rim. Oh, tough layup, and it goes. Trenton pulls up a little weak.
Hopefully he didn't tweak anything there.
Looked maybe like an ankle.
He also looks pretty winded.
To the rim, and a tough layup, no good. That was Shane Smith again. Wabash with the rebound. This is Burton to Jager. Wabash doing their own line change. Evan Frank down the middle. No good on the layup. Got his own rebound, back up and in.
That's one of the things that you're going to see a lot of tonight. Whenever Wabash gets into the half court, they're going to get double teamed an awful lot. If they can split the double team, you're playing 5-on-4. You're playing 4-on-3. Excuse me.
Stolen away by Jager, and then he lost it in traffic. Shane Smith drives, and Trenton McCarthy knocked it away. Jager comes up with it. It's 2-on-2. Jager to the rim. He was fouled and one. We got our first whistle, 4 minutes almost into the game.
Wabash is making a line change too. Both teams are. There are 9 substitutions going out there right now.
Daniel Saili picks up the foul, first on either team. 14-8, the Little Giants lead.
Clayton, I don't know what to make of this anymore. You just had 9. You had 9 of the 10 players on the floor get subbed out in a 5-second span.
14-8, Jager makes the three-point play.
As Vince Lombardi once eloquently put it, what the heck is going on out there?
This is Jahari Dix back out. A 3 for Tim Daniel. That's off. Rebound to Zach Patton. Patton, Linke, Jager out there. Jager's hauled off in traffic. He gets it to Logan White, who comes down, had the ball knocked away, and is stolen away now by Daniel. Just quick hands there, reached in and knocked it out.
He's not. Excuse me. I guess it's going the other way now.
Stepped out of bounds as the call. Seems like not a lot of teams shoot well in the first half, at least here at Chadwick Court.
No, I think that this is to be expected. You've got 2 teams that they both got to get hot. It's early in the game. Be expected.
Camrath scores a layup. And there's a steal by Joey Linke off Tim Daniel. Down the floor, Daniel blocks it. Oh, man. Tim Daniel recovered from that pretty quick. Here comes a whole new 5 in.
Tim Daniel's only 6'4", but he can get up. He's been impressive thus far early in the game. I also want to point out that we have played less than 5 minutes, and Wabash has already scored 17 points.
Not something we see. Camrath inside. Oh, he had it swatted away. Logan White comes up with it and lays it in. Quickly up the floor. This is Daniel Saili with the ball. Tries to break the zone. Saili really into theatrics. Trying to sell every call.
You know, Clayton, I've said it before, I do a lot of soccer in the fall here at Wabash. I do those broadcasts, and sometimes I feel like I'm watching a soccer match out here instead of a basketball game.
Zach Patton inbounds. Here's the full court press. They get it across to Jager. Jager had it stolen away. This is Kenny Green. Quickly up the floor. Green. Scoop shot up and in with the left hand.
The thing about Johnny Jager is he likes to play with a lot of pace and he likes to make dangerous passes. And right there, it looks awful pretty, but sometimes they get cut out.
Another missed shot there. Here's a three-pointer. Jaden Greenwood, it's good. Wabash again trying to break the full court press. They get it across to Johnny Jager. Jager quickly to the rim and scores. 19-13.
You know, Clayton, I feel like I can commentate on some games that Wabash plays. I don't know if this is one of them. I don't know what to make of what's going on here.
Here's Patton. Wabash trying to break the full court press. They get it across. Jager thought about the three. He'll take it. Boom! Johnny Jager.
What in the world is going on out there?
22-13. 14 minutes to play. Wow. We got some shot clock troubles here on the bench.
Shot clock troubles, and they didn't tally up Jager's three-pointer either.
We got Shane Smith frustrated with the shot clock.
Are these guys any of your officiating?
No, I don't know.
Buddies?
No.
Yeah.
They're working hard, though. They worked up a sweat.
Yeah.
They got to run just as hard.
And they don't get a sub. And they have to wear pants.
Yeah. Get a look there at Greenville head coach, Dr. George Barber. What do you tell a team? Hey, keep running up the floor.
Score more baskets than they do? I mean, I don't know what to make of this basketball game.
It's not a lot, yeah. So now they're putting up 24 points. I thought they may have missed one. May have missed a layup in there for Wabash.
Yeah. I guess they must have missed Jager's layup and his three there. I don't know. Yeah.
We'll get a look here at the points they missed. Here's Jager. Yep, there's the layup. Now you see there in the back, the clock did not change. Yep,
19-13.
Yep,
and
board
then
did not
it's
change.
19-13 still, so they missed the 5 points.
So it should be 24-13. Now they're still working it out here.
Yeah, the good thing is that if they need to go to replay, we can go to replay.
I don't know if they can use replay though.
I don't see why you couldn't, but
I don't know if it's in the rules for replay.
I don't know. I mean, I could.
The officials are discussing now with both coaches at midcourt.
This has been wild, though, hasn't it, Clayton?
Yeah. This is. We're not going to see much of this.
No.
Well, it's giving Wabash all they can handle, too.
Yeah. And all is well.
Well, here we go. Ethan Lescochet will inbounds after the stoppage of play. Lescochet for three. Got it right off the bench. Lescochet from the left wing.
Okay.
24-16. McCarthy. Wabash gets it across half court. Burton on the right wing. They also play pretty good defense. Long three, no good, and a rebound.
They do. They're quick to the double team, and that's part of the system. That is one of the defensive tenets of the system is to double team as early and as often as possible. The problem is then you're playing 4-on-3.
Don't seem to mind too much. There's Jager, lost the ball again. It's picked up now by Ben Stakowski, who has been injured much of the season, and he turns it over. Here's Jahari Dix. Swinging around, Lescochet had it blocked by Trenton McCarthy. Lescochet thought he was fouled.
No dice, says the referee, so.
Evan Frank goes to work on Lescochet. Nothing there. He kicks it back out. Got to get Austin some looks here.
You'd like to see him run a little bit more, trying to get Austin open. He can certainly hit threes with the best of any team, let alone Wabash.
Pavlidis is fouled. Lescochet picks up the foul, second on Greenville. So Pavlidis at the line. That first one's up and good. Jager will come back in.
Yeah, let's take a look at this, Clayton. Pavlidis gets the rebound, tries to go back up, and is I mean, absolutely obliterated by Les Cachet. Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
25-16, Wabash leads Greenville.
And this is certainly the opposite of what we saw last Wednesday night against Wittenberg, where both teams were practically in the double bonus by this point.
Pavlidis makes 1 of 2. Richard Clemens brings the ball up the floor for Greenville. Here's Shane Smith. They whip it around. Michael Hom to the rim. Off balance layup goes. McCarthy's got it and he's stuck and he throws it away nearly. Evan Frank taps it to Burton and gets it across. Smith was bodying Burton all the way down the floor. Pavlidis working hard and scores right over Andrew Scott.
And that's good ball movement, all set up by the baseline cut by Austin Burton. You know, really good cross-court pass, and then eyes coming back to the middle to Pavlidis.
Jager picks up the foul, first for Wabash, first for Johnny. 27-18, 12-13 to play. Here's a 3. Good! Michael Hom.
Signed him up for the association. He's a regular Steph Curry.
And we are going to have a timeout. Wabash, 12:03 remaining here in the first half. 27-21. Derek, your thoughts so far?
I don't know what in the world's going on. I mean, this is wild. Like, you know, every rule of basketball that you're taught growing up, toss it all out the window when you're playing this Grinnell system. You know, usually whenever the game starts to speed up for a team, you always tell them, slow it down, you know, play in the half court. That doesn't seem to work against this system. So credit to Coach Brummett. He's a much smarter basketball man than I am. And he's figured something out here. But I don't know how you do this. I don't know what to make of this right
it's
now.
It's tough. But Wabash is fighting. It's just the turnovers are going to get them again if they're not careful.
Exactly.
A lot of turnovers so far.
And you're playing against a team that this system is designed to force turnovers.
Burton gets it across, breaks the press easy. Here's McCarthy, kicks it out. Jager thought about it, probably had the 3 if he wanted it. He missed a layup there, shooting it wise. McCarthy kicks it out. 15 on the shot clock.
And there's the double team.
McCarthy finds Pavlidis. Oh, he's got Jager open in the corner. Dan to the rim and scores.
Yeah, that's a high percentage shot for Dan and a good move, but he had Johnny Jager open in the corner.
DeAndre Brown has it. They swing it around. Wabash man-to-man. There's a shot missed by Kenny Green and a rebound to Ethan Lieb. Here's a 3 again. Missed. Tapped around and Pavlidis had it stolen away. Shot is missed. Greenville getting all sorts of rebounds, and finally it's knocked away. Pavlidis has it.
All the double teams.
3 on 2. Burton to Frank. Goes up, foul and 1.
That's smart play by the freshman. I mean, that's just good post play. Wait for the guy to jump, then go up and draw contact. Just smart. We're going to see another line change.
Foul was called on 34, Ethan Lieb. His 3rd.
This must be the checking line.
Yeah. So Frank will go to the line. 31-21. Wabash leads Greenville. Frank, the lefty, puts it up and in. Here comes Marcus Camrath. Frank will take a seat.
I think the recipient of a fresh haircut for Marcus.
Those are always good.
Looking nice and clean out there.
Daniel Saili quickly up the floor. Wabash in the zone. Saili breaks the middle of the zone. Kicks it out. Shane Smith has it. 32-21. Wabash leads. Here's Jamal Daniels. Back out. 3 by Home. That is missed. And we have a foul. Foul will go against Wabash. Let's go against Camrath, his first. At least that's his first.
Yeah, things you hear often at a Wabash College basketball game. Foul on Marcus Camrath.
Saili will inbounds to our left. Shane Smith has it. Excuse me, that was Home. No, that was Smith who had it there in the post. Jamal Daniels misses a shot. Camrath is there to scoop it up. Jager finds Pavlidis all the way to the rim and 1. Daniel Pavlidis
we haven't played 10 minutes yet, and Daniel Perlises already has 10 points. I don't. This is crazy.
Michael Holm picks up the foul, 4th on Greenville. Perlises was going to slam that one. And he completes the three-point play. You can tell he's working on his free throw shot. Dan is shooting 36.8% at the line.
Not the number that you want to see if you're Wabash, but
this 3 is good. Les Cochet. 35-24, 10 minutes remain here in the first half. This is going to be similar to the Pacers score last night as Jaeger in the corner buries it. Three-pointer, Johnny Jaeger. Saili is fouled. Trenton McCarthy picked it up.
I'll tell you, Clayton, I don't know if I'd love to see like what Golden State could do against a system like this. I mean, that would be, ooh, my.
They ran all over the Pacers last night, didn't they?
They did.
For a while.
The
It was a good game.
Pacers made a good run in the 4th, but that Golden State. You know, I was looking it up earlier today that they were looking at the odds for all the games Golden State has left to play, and as long as nobody gets hurt, they will be underdogs in one game this year. That's unbelievable.
Who's that against?
San Antonio, when they go to San Antonio.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
So Ely missed the first, and he missed the second, too. Camrath pulls down the rebound. Jaeger finds Perlises under the rim and scores. Wabash by 16. There's a 3 in the corner. That's missed. Daniel Perlises is there. Wabash all over the Panthers here, and Jaeger is blocked. Is grabbed by Zach Patton, and he lays it in. Wabash by 18.
I don't want to see Wabash have to play this way very often, but it seems to be working for him right now.
Patton finds a cutting Perlises. A little hesitation. Move off the glass. 44-24. Wabash by 20 points here at Chadwick Court.
And we've only played 9 minutes. Or 11
Inside.
minutes, excuse me.
Andrew Scott's blocked by Marcus Camrath. Zach Patton. Linke to Jaeger. Kick to Camrath. Missed the layup. Keeps tipping it around. Missed the shot again.
Yeah, just a little bit just a few too many Wheaties this morning for Marcus.
Marcus huffing and puffing. Down the rim and a foul and one.
Well, when you're
DeAndre Brown, the 6'3" junior from Long Beach, California.
Now, if you're Marcus Camrath, you're 6'9", 220 pounds, and you are running up and down the floor like this, I don't know if I could do it twice, let alone as many times as they have.
Marcus picks up his second foul. It's the 4th on the Little Giants. Brown will try and complete the three-point play, and he does. Well, Greenville's going to have to try and change something up here to try and compete a little better with Wabash.
Yeah.
Play a little bit better defense or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, Clayton. It seems to me that this is a system problem for Greenville. You know, when you're 1-7 and you're giving up, a lot more points than you're scoring in a system where you're supposed to score more points and score a ton of points, that doesn't seem to work, and I don't know the wisdom of running, quote-unquote, the system with this team.
Michael Holm picks up the foul, 5th on Wabash, 2nd on Holm. There's Logan White, short corner. Takes the ball to the rim, finds a cutting Stokowski. It was blocked. White got it back, and again it was blocked. That should have been a goaltending.
You'd think so, but they've got, if you can say nothing else for this Greenville team, they've got a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys that can get up and block shots, but
Kenny Green scores.
How much is that worth when you're getting outscored by 10 to 12 points a game?
Perlises had it stripped.
Another block.
Here's home. Kenny Green, long three, that's off. Rebound, Zach Patton. Get it up the floor to Sikowski. It was turned over. Shane Smith has it.
Unnecessary pass there from Johnny Jager.
Shane Smith buries a three. 44-32 and a foul there on Jahari Dix. Oh, Coach Barber does on the sidelines clap.
Hey, he's a positive guy.
Well, they cut it to 12 here.
Yeah,
it was 20. It's now 44-32.
And that's the thing that this game's going to be. You can score a lot of points whenever you're running up and down the floor 10, 12 times in a minute. I mean, whenever you're just sprinting like this, basically running suicides, you're going to score a lot. They ought to call this the suicide system instead of the Grinnell system.
That would be a good name for it.
Yeah.
Inside, Sikowski threw it away. 7:14 to play here in the first half. To the rim and a layup. Saili scores. He's a freshman from Scottsdale, Arizona, and a foul again. It'll be on Saili. It's second. 7th on Greenville. So that means Wabash will be in the bonus for the next 7 minutes and 5 seconds.
Yeah, this Greenville team, for a small college from Illinois, they've got some geographic diversity on their roster. Kentucky, California, Ohio, Florida, the kid from Arizona. I mean, you've got a lot of guys from all over.
McCarthy hangs in the air and scores! Trenton McCarthy, the steal on the layup.
He did a good job there to protect the ball as well, not getting swatted away whenever he went up.
There's a three on the other end by Clayton Settle from Bloomington, Indiana.
Hey, Edgewood High School, that's in my conference from back in the day.
Frank has it, gets it to Sikowski. Sikowski dumps it off. Pervlisis had it stripped away. Tim Daniels stripped it away.
I'd like to see Wabash try to take advantage of their shooters a little more than they have thus far. They're trying to get the ball into the paint, which is the standard wisdom. The problem is there are 3 or 4 guys in the paint. Why not take advantage of the numbers, take advantage of your shooters, and take shots from the outside?
Clayton Settle missed a 3, and it went out of bounds to the Little Giants. Evan Frank will inbounds to our left.
Missed it badly.
May have been partially blocked. Frank whips it to Trenton McCarthy. Wabash on the run. He's got Sikowski open if he wanted him. Daniel Pervlisis with the left hand. Lead back to 11. It was at 9. Jahari Dix floats it with the left hand, no good. Shane Smith gets the rebound and he threw it away. Here's Burton, who breaks out from the pack, and the layup goes. It bounced around. He was probably fouled too.
That's what you call a members bounce, Clayton.
Smith a 3, that's no good. Sikowski with the rebound. 5:45 to play, 50-37, Wabash ahead. Here's Frank with the layup.
And Ben Sikowski, he is tired now. I mean, you can see it. He was, oh my, I got to keep playing defense.
Layup by Jamal Daniels from Collinsville, Illinois. Here's McCarthy, splits the double team. And he's fouled.
I wonder if Jamal Daniels is a Cardinals fan, Clayton.
Collinsville, Illinois.
Yeah.
Daniels picks up the foul. His first, 8th on the team, so Trenton McCarthy, with what breath he has left, will try and shoot bonus. 5:20 remaining, 52-39. McCarthy makes the McCarthy makes them both. Greenville quickly down the floor. Home has it. They work it around. Here's Tim Daniel. Home thought about the 3. Now they will shoot a 3. That is off. Rebound Pervlesis. That was Jaden Greenwood, a freshman. Patton gets it across. Trenton McCarthy in the corner. Jager has it. Through the lane with the left hand and scores. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenville. Greenville works it around. 4:30 to play here in the first half. Wabash by 17. Greenville's had it as low as 9. Here's Home. Step back three. That's no good. And Logan White hauls it down. McCarthy launches one to Pervlesis.
Trying to play quarterback there. That's a tough throw to make.
And Trenton will come out.
Yeah, he knows that he messed that one up. But it's part of it. When you're trying to play an up and down system, you're going to take risks and you're going to make mistakes.
It really is. Here's Jahari Dix. Good find. And the layup was missed by number 34, Ethan Lieb. White got the rebound, and Burton on the other end lays it in.
I missed the call, Clayton. Did you see what happened?
I think Kenny Green may have stepped over the line.
Can't do that.
58-39, a 19-point lead. Wabash on a little 10-0 scoring run here. Logan White with the right hand.
Make it 12-0.
Here's a long three, no good. Looks like this group's running out of breath. Logan White with the rebound.
No line change yet, though.
Pervlesis inside with the left hand. That's off. Jahari Dix in the corner. And it was tipped and stolen away. And there's a foul. Burton will go to the line.
You can tell that this Greenville, this lineup is pretty winded. It looks like that there is a line change down at the other end of the scorer's table. So we'll see I don't know, maybe this is the enforcer line for Greenville.
60-39, largest lead for Wabash. Burton at the line. First one is good.
That's the thing, Clayton. With all these line changes, next thing you know, Greenville's going to come out of halftime with ice skates and hockey pads.
They are running all up and down the floor. Burton makes one of two. Saili with the rebound. Here's Leskowski. Top of the key, bullseye.
That'll quiet the run for the Little Giants.
Ethan Leskowski. And a layup is good. Jager puts it in. Here's Home from the left wing. Misses. Rebound Dan. Burton to the rim. Tough layup, and he was fouled.
Tried to do the right thing. Tried to go to the rim. You know, get up, draw contact. He did the latter. Austin Burton goes to the line. It's a good free throw shooter. Excuse me. That's a good move for him.
Les Cochet picks up his second. Burton will shoot 2. Austin misses the first. Take a look at that foul. Austin splitting and then picking up the foul. Burton makes one of 2, and Joey Lemke will check in for him. 64-42. We're in the first half. Wabash up by 22 points. 2:40 remaining.
A lot of guards in the game for the Little Giants right now.
Jamal Daniels was blocked by Camrath.
Camrath draws a lot of fouls, but that's what he brings to the table. He's a great rim protector for the Little Giants.
Daniels from 15, fading away. Saili with the rebound. It was knocked out of bounds. It'll go to the Little Giants.
Stands have started to fill out tonight more than they did at the tip-off.
Yep. Wabash students notorious for not showing up until right at tip-off. Oh, good save by Jager to Cameron, who saves it.
I hope we can see a replay of that one.
I think that was that Linke that went diving into the stands?
I think it was Linke that went into the scorer's table.
We'll get another look at that after the foul. Here it is, Marcus. May have even been fouled.
That's a big play.
It was Linke. Joey Linke. Saving it right to Camrath. You couldn't have played it better than that. 66-42. Yeah. Foul was on Camrath. He picks up his third, though. Fifth on Wabash. There's an offensive foul. Offensive fouls called on Tim Daniel. Frank will inbounds. Here's Jager. Stolen away, and then Jager bats it away, and Pervlisis picks it up. In the corner, this is Johnny, and he steps out of bounds.
That's too bad.
Take a look at the replay here.
The whole thing, Linke, ball over his head, takes it, tosses it behind the back to Marcus Camrath.
That's a good play.
I don't know if we've seen a better play this year. That might be the play of the year thus far. I guess, you hear about presence of mind on a basketball court an awful lot, but that's the definition of it. With Linke knowing where Marcus Camrath is, I mean, you got a little lucky to throw it right to him, but man, that was a good play.
1:42 remaining here in the first half. Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph courtside. Here's a three in the corner. That's missed. To the rim, Michael Holm, and then Shane Smith tries to dunk it back in. He falls on the ground, right on his back.
That's scary.
And Smith is hurt. Here's Trenton McCarthy. Lays it in on the other end.
That's scary.
Shane Smith is hurt. That was a hard hit.
Oh my, that's not something you want to see, a guy going up that high and then landing on his back. That's scary.
So Shane Smith will come out. Kenny Green in the game. Saili in the corner. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenville. (68-42). Yeah. Largest lead of the game for Wabash.
Wabash has put in a good night's work, and we have not even played half the ball game yet. This is wild.
Layup there by Michael Holm.
McCarthy got caught on his heels a little bit there.
In the corner, Jager a three. That is off. Rebound Pervlisis. Missed the layup, got it back, and put it up with the left hand. Just so fast, I can't follow it, and then we have a foul.
I'll tell you, Clayton, I don't know what to say right now.
Jager picks up the foul, his second, 6 on the team. Jahari Dix has it out between the circles. Wabash in a zone now. Here's a three, and that's off. Clayton Settle shot it, goes out of bounds. Wabash will maintain, or will take over control.
Shot clock's off, only 29 and 3/10 left in the first half.
Burton will inbounds. Here's Linke. Joey breaks it pretty easy, gets it to Frank. Back out, Burton has it. No shot clock, 70-44. Here comes the double team. McCarthy has it. Takes it in. Nice soft touch by Trenton McCarthy.
Yeah, pretty good move by the freshman there. Yeah, the Little Giants have 2 freshman point guards, both of which are pretty special.
At the end of one half, 72-44, the Little Giants lead the Panthers as we head to halftime. Remember, if you're listening in, we'd like to know where you're listening from. You can email me at ccrandall16@wabash.edu. That's ccrandall, RANDOL, 16@wabash.edu. Tell us where you're listening from. You can also find WNDY on Twitter and Facebook at WNDY-FM on Twitter and on Facebook at WNDY The Giant 91.3 FM. We're back after this with the halftime show. Wabash leads 72-44. You're watching Wednesday Night Basketball on Wabash TV and WNDY.
What the same hell's going on
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site, and the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and I mean, it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so I mean, the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. I mean, there's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these 4 will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us. We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus. I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
I did receive a non-athletic
Back here at Chadwick Court. Wow, Derek, what a fast, fun-paced first half. 72-44 here at halftime, and this is just one of those games where it's like you can't keep up with what's going on. They had so much trouble in the first half. The stats and the scoreboard, it was an awful time for both of them.
This is crazy. I mean, this game was going so fast, they screwed up the points total. I mean, they messed up the points. We've got 72 points. Wabash is shooting 64%. They're 50% on three. They've only taken 4, but that's beside the point. And here's the big number for Wabash. They're 67% from the free throw line. That's better than they've been in a long time, with 32 rebounds and 58 points in the paint. Like, what's going on? Like, these are not numbers that you should see for half of a basketball game.
No.
Like, this is madness.
We would be thrilled with what Greenville's shooting right now. 37% from the field, 35% from downtown. Those are normal shooting percentages, really, for Wabash on a nightly basis.
Yeah, the average night, I mean, I would be tickled to death if Wabash College could score 44 points in the first half every single game out, and they scored 72. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I can't explain it. It's the system. It's fast-paced. It's a lot of shots. Mathematically, it's supposed to give you more chances to score points, but it does that for the other team as well. So I don't know what to make of this.
I'd like to give a few shout-outs. Our first one, an avid listener, Dr. Richard Dollinger, who is providing us with some nice in-depth analysis of the Grinnell system that Greenville is running tonight. And one of the reasons that Dr. Dollinger points out that Wabash is winning right now is we only have 10 turnovers. Wabash only has 10 turnovers, and that's part of the reason they're staying in the game. And we mentioned that earlier in the broadcast, that part of this was going to be how Wabash could handle the press, especially with those young guys, and they get tired quick.
Exactly. This is the system defensively is designed to force a lot of turnovers. So while, maybe in a regular game, 10 is a fine number. Maybe you'd like to see it slightly lower. 10 against this style of system where you're double teaming constantly and the full court press is on all the time, 10's not a bad number. And it's Wabash has 10 turnovers. Greenville has 13. Wabash is winning the turnover margin. So I think that is part of it, like you said, Clayton.
He also mentions, too, how Wabash also has more shots, more field goal attempts than Greenville, which we saw on that stats graphic earlier. And that's really, like he points out, that's what's going to be the downfall for Greenville tonight. It's just up and down the floor so much. Wabash is not turning the ball over. They are rebounding really well. They have 58 points in the paint. That's a recipe for success in any basketball game.
Well, it really is, especially in a system where the entire design is to get more and more field goal attempts. The idea of the system is as follows. The first shot's the best shot, and three-pointers are better than everything else. You shoot as many three-pointers as possible. In terms of defense, you give up uncontested layups. An uncontested layup is better than a shot clock violation. You always double team, and everybody but the shooter goes to the offensive rebound. So the idea is that you're trying to get as many offensive rebounds and kickouts as possible. That way you have somebody out on the three-point line who's able to shoot the ball again. The problem is Wabash is out rebounding the team that's putting 4 guys crashing the boards. That's a recipe for success for the Little Giants.
I'd like to point out, too, that Colton Cragen is listening in tonight as well. Diane Sullivan, Coach Sullivan's parents, watching from Loveland, Ohio. Also, Nicholas Rudisil watching from Louisville, Kentucky. Thanks to everybody watching and listening.
My grandparents are also tuned in down in Sullivan. So,
nice to have so many listeners.
Yes.
72-44 at half. Let's take a quick timeout. We're back right after this. Wabash TV on Wednesday night.
Athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
here at Chadwick Court. Time for the second half. We just were given some updates that if Wabash scores at least 100 points tonight, it'd be at least the first time you get a look at Coach Brummett there since the 99-2000 squad to score 100 points, Derek.
That's
over 102 points, rather.
Clayton, the school record for points is 124 points, which was happened back in 1980 against Roosevelt University. That record is certainly in jeopardy tonight.
Here's Pervlisis off the pass from Jager, and it's stolen away by Michael Holm. Ripped it right away from Pervlisis' hands. Here's a layup inside by Andrew Scott. It may have been partially blocked. Another turnover for Wabash. Also want to give a shout out to Bob Cox, who's listening, or watching rather, who's also at the Valpo ISU game on ESPN3. Go Bash, go Trees, says Bob.
Go Trees.
I think I got that right.
I have two.
He's watching both games from his home.
I've got two parents that are Sycamore alumni.
Jahari Dix with the steal. 72-46 now. Wabash gets it across the timeline in the corner. Jager thought about the three. Now he pulls up from 15. That's off. Pervlisis tipped it out, and Tim Daniel got the rebound and was fouled by Johnny Jager, who picks up his third.
And that's not good to see for Jager, already getting the third foul with just over a minute gone here in the second half. Hopefully, Coach Brummett's not too quick to pull Johnny tonight, though.
Wabash takes a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a timeout, too. 72-46. Here in the second half with 18:45 remaining. It's Wednesday Night Hoops on Wabash TV and WNDY.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
And the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
(72-46). Coach Brummett burns timeout number 2. Trying to settle his guys down here as Greenville will start with it. Daniel Saili with the ball. Wabash in a 3-2 zone. Here, coming out of the timeout. Here's a three-pointer, top of the key. That one rolls around and in. Christian Caldazzo, a 6'1 sophomore from Panorama City, California.
That's one thing that it's strange to say it, but I mean, as large as this lead is, I don't know if this game's out of hand yet.
I really don't either. Kenny Green with the steal, airballed the three. Another miss by Caldazzo. Frank picks up the rebound. It's a foot race for Jager, and it was knocked away by Shane Smith. Also like to say hi to Bridget Swartwood, listening in from Indianapolis. Thanks, Bridget. And we have another timeout. Wabash. Coach Brummett again, not happy. This is a quickie. It's a 30-second timeout. 18:08 to play. 72-49. Wabash ahead. This is he's not liking the way Wabash is coming out and starting this second half.
Well, you've been stuck at 72 points for the last 2 minutes. That's not something I think we've seen either team do this entire ball game. So you go a minute and 52 seconds without scoring a basket. I can understand it.
Probably also hurts not having Duncan Roy available as well with that sprained knee.
I think so. If for nothing else, he's another body that you can throw out there and send on the fast break. I think that's going to be, if
Greenville can get this game back within striking distance, that's going to be where the two teams are going to have to come down to. Which team has more people that can keep playing in the last 5 to 7 minutes?
Inside, Pervlisis gets the nice roll on the hook shot.
That's Daniel's 22nd point, of the night.
He could very easily hit 40 tonight, or close to it.
Yeah.
High-low, knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Greenville, and here comes their line change.
Man. Surprisingly, they didn't bring out the hockey sticks in the second half.
You predicted ice skates, and here's Andrew Scott. Jahari Dix gets it. Daniel, their leading scorer, pulls the trigger on a 3. That's off. And Pervlisis gets the rebound. McCarthy has it stolen away. Jahari Dix lays it in, 74-51.
That's a freshman mistake. He's trying to do way too much with the ball, McCarthy is.
Frank gets it in. Joey Lemke quickly gets it to Pervlisis with the left hand.
Quite a bit of contact there between Pervlisis and Jahari Dix, but no call.
There's a foul as Andrew Scott was going to the rim.
Looks like that one's going to be on Evan Frank.
Greenville really coming out and playing with a renewed sense of energy here.
I think that the halftime break really helped them. If nothing else, it got them a chance to get their legs back underneath them and get some Gatorade. Get a chance to rest and come back out to run more suicides, basically.
Frank's first foul, and Scott makes his first free throw.
Now, I'd be curious, Clayton, how do you train a team for something like this? I mean, do you just run more? I don't know.
That's a good question, Derek. I think you just work on the press, and Scott makes both. Work on the press and, condition quite a bit.
I guess you got to condition a lot.
McCarthy finds Patton. Up, no foul call, got his own rebound.
A lot of contact there.
Here's an offensive foul.
Yep.
Good call there. Pervlisis. Andrew Scott was waiting on him.
And that was gutsy play by Scott to slide in underneath there under Pervlisis and take one.
Dan's first. Third on Wabash here in the half. We'll get a look at that offensive foul here on Dan.
You can see him.
Scott was waiting on him.
Yep. Slides over and takes the charge.
It's a good call. Wabash in their 2-3 zone now, waiting the inbound.
That's the thing, Clayton. This is 2-3 is not something you see the Little Giants do very often. They're usually a man-to-man team.
There's a shot by number 20, Shane Smith. 15 feet, rolls in. We have shot clock issues again.
As fast as this game is, you can't fault the guys that are running the clock.
No, it's hard to keep up. 76-55 as Camrath checks in. 16 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the second half. And it was turned over. Pervlisis turns it over, and there's a missed shot there by Jamal Daniels. Greenville with the rebound, a 3, good! Jaden Greenwood from Springfield, Ohio, knocks down the 3, and Shane Smith looks hurt again after stealing it away from Pervlisis.
That was a lot of, oh my.
We have an offensive foul called on McCarthy.
It looked like, maybe I'm wrong and colorblind, but it looked like to me the Wabash player was on the ground. I'd like to see this replay. Looks like we're going to get a chance.
Oh, he did kind of shove him there. You could see the hands extend. Can't extend the arms.
Nope.
Inbounding to our right, Greenville. Kenny Green has it, the lefty. Dribbling it in on McCarthy. Tough move and scores! Kenny Green.
He's done pretty well tonight for Greenville.
He looks like a 40-year-old man out there. Looks a lot older than a lot of the guys out on the floor right now. 76-60 and another turnover by Wabash. Jamal Daniels lays it in.
You know, Clayton, we talked about it at the half. Turnovers, you know, that's been one of the keys for Wabash. Only 10 turnovers in the first half. They've had 9 already in the second half.
Here's Linke. Breaks the press. Finds Pervlisis cutting down the lane and one.
That's helpful. You know, the thing with having Jager on the bench with a little bit of foul trouble, you've got to get the ball into Pervlisis' hands. He is the best player on this team. He's the guy that's going to right the ship for you going forward. And it's good to see him be able to go up, draw some contact, make the shot, and go to the line.
Wabash, the Chadwick Crazies letting the Greenville bench have it after that and one. Pervlisis will try and complete the three-point play. 78-62. Pervlisis gets the roll. His free throw shot looks 110% better.
Yep.
Jahari Dix, quick crossover. Gets it inside, stolen away by Camrath. Jager momentarily lost it. Inside, Camrath lays it in. DeAndre Brown was there. The ball's out of bounds, it'll go to Wabash.
You know, Clayton, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. With one of the tenets of this system being that a layup is better than a shot clock violation, I don't understand how giving a team 2 points is better than giving them no points. Maybe somebody's got something figured out that I don't, but that doesn't make any sense to me.
There's a foul on DeAndre Brown. That's the first foul of the half. Well, that's second team foul. For Greenville, Linke will inbound right in front of us. Another foul on Jahari Dix. So Jahari Dix picks up the foul, his second, third on the team. Or excuse me, that's Jahari's third foul. That's one in there. Linke will inbounds now right in front of us. Wabash with a fresh shot clock here, leading 81-62, 14:48 to play. Jager in the corner, inside, Camrath. Airballed and tracked down his own rebound. How about that? The big man, and a foul is called.
That's a good hustle play by Marcus. You know, he overshot it, as we said before, made one too many Wheaties this morning for breakfast, but did a good job to go and get his own rebound.
Fouls on Tim Daniel, his second. Wabash right now, 35 of 55 from the field. That's 63%. Burton. Inside, it was stolen away by Tim Daniel. Shane Smith, right wing, airball. Andrew Scott tracks down the rebound for Greenville, and now the shot clock reset, and it shouldn't have. Must have thought it touched the rim.
Understandable mistake.
Yep. As fast as this game gets.
Yeah, this has been wild.
Tim Daniel in the corner takes Burton off the bounce, and it's blocked by Pervlisis right at the rim.
That was 2 inches away from being goaltending, so good job by Daniel there.
Barber wants a goaltend.
And it was about 1.5 inches away from being goaltending.
Burton inbounds, lofts one up, Pervlisis, and he was fouled.
What you say, you know, a hit on a defenseless player? Can we put that, can we bring that over from the football field? I don't know, this is.
Barber still arguing his case. Burton has it. Wabash gets it across. Jager inside, nearly was lost. Linke thought about shooting the three. Here's Pervlisis going to work. He was fouled. I believe that'll be Richard Clemens who picks up the foul. 5th on. It's the 6th foul on Greenville here in the half.
We're missing him, Clayton. I don't know how. They're pulling everybody out of the rebounding blocks. Play defense, they say.
Pervlisis, they called it a shooting foul. He missed the first. And here comes the line change. One more for Dan. 81-62, Wabash ahead. 13:54 to play. Makes one of two. Here's Jahari Dix, left wing. Kenny Green is a tough player. He's talented.
He really is. He also looks about 10 years older than everyone else on the court. They have Kenny Green and Andrew Scott both look like grown, I mean, legitimately grown men.
Here's Jager. Cuts right down through the lane. Fouled and one! Johnny Jager right through the heart of the Greenville defense.
He's awful good, isn't he? 17 points, a chance to get to 18. That's an awful good move there by the freshman.
Pervlisis has 28 points tonight. Jager trying to complete the three-point play. 84-62. The foul was on DeAndre Brown.
I don't care who you are. Tonight's going to help the average, that's for sure.
Wabash in their 3-2 zone again. Here's shot missed by Christian Coldazzo and a foul. Foul's on 34, Ethan Lieb. Ethan Lieb picks up his second foul, 8th on the team. So Camrath will shoot bonus here.
Wabash shooting 62.5% tonight as a team. Right around the season average.
Camrath missed. Pervlisis had the rebound, knocked it away. Camrath got it. Burton, left wing. There's Linke. Linke getting a lot of playing time here tonight. Pervlisis was fouled and one! Daniel Pervlisis. DeAndre Brown got him again.
Keep giving it to him. The Greenville system is designed to give up shots in the paint. Those are high percentage shots for guys like Daniel Pervlisis and Marcus Camrath. The entire system is designed to benefit guys like Daniel Pervlisis.
86-62, Wabash ahead by 24 points. 12:59 to play here in the second half. Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph courtside. Pervlisis can't complete the three-point play. Leskoshi with the rebound. Daniel Saili brings the ball up the floor. Leskoshi, long three, no good. Rebound, Linke. Burton lays it in. Camrath was screening his man, keeping him away so Burton could get that shot off. Austin's 10th point of the night. 88-62. Well, I think it's a good idea that we're going to break 100 tonight.
Yeah, I think that if Wabash go on a little run, they might even get toward the scoring record.
Camrath missed, got his own rebound and scores. 90 points for Wabash and a turnover. 12:05 remaining. Wabash on the verge of going up 30 points. Stokowski, Patton, Jager, Pervlisis, and Logan White on the floor for the Little Giants after the subs.
And that's one thing, Clayton. We're seeing Joey Linke go to the bench. but you can't have been anything but incredibly impressed with the work that he's put in tonight.
Pervlisis with the layup. Jager's had a tough night working the ball across the floor, double teamed almost.
He has.
Every time. Here's Leskoshi, flips one up, no good. Rebound, Johnny.
But for my money, he's done a pretty good job of it. He's only turned the ball over 4 times.
And it's stolen away, and a foul. It's called on Pervlisis, I believe.
That's only Dan's second foul tonight, though.
Pervlisis picks it up. 5th on the team.
And the hand extended a little bit. That was high.
Yes, it did. 92-62, Wabash by 30. And another steal. Nearly. It was knocked away. Andrew Scott flicks it across half court. And it's over and back.
Yeah. Got to be an over and back violation there. We're seeing a lot of guys in this Little Giants rotation right now. Coach Brum is smiling at us.
He enjoys this. This is fun. Jager, top of the key.
Good to see you too, Coach.
Jager found Patton underneath, but it was a hard pass and out of bounds. It'll go to Greenville.
It's one fun thing about sitting down here by the bench is you get awful close to the action and awful close to the coaches.
It'll be a fun post-game interview.
It's gonna be interesting.
Jahari Dix, a 3. That's off. They just can't hit shots tonight. They average 112 points, and they're only at 62 with 11 minutes to play.
Well, when you shoot 35% and 30% from the field and 30% from behind the arc, you're not going to score 112, 113 points a game, at least this time.
Wabash basketball after the jump ball. Jager has it. Gets it to Pervlisis across the timeline. Johnny takes off now. Stakowski. And he had it stripped away. Got it back, though. Flicked it to Logan White. White to Pervlisis. Scores it with the left hand.
That's 31 and 32. Points number 31 and 32 for Dan tonight. He's doing awful well for himself.
We have a whistle and a foul underneath.
Looks like that one will be on Zach Patton.
That's the first on Zach, 6th on the team.
(94-62). How many times you see that in a Wabash College basketball game?
Not much. Jahari Dix lost the ball as the official gave it to him, and another whistle off the ball. It could be against Logan White, his first.
And that'll be the bonus for.
It's 1-1 now. Yeah.
Andrew Scott, the other Greenville player who looks like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah, Scott. First one is missed. Rebound, Ben Stakowski. Scott's first miss at the free throw line tonight. He's 2 for 3.
Johnny lost one there.
And another foul.
With 10 minutes to play and both teams in the bonus, Wabash going to the double bonus with the next Greenville foul. This game could very quickly turn into a battle of the free throw shooters.
Logan White will shoot 2 shots, double bonus. Jahari Dix picks up his 4th foul. 94-62. Logan misses the free throw. Wabash still struggling at the free throw line. 10 for 19 this evening.
Yeah, got him on the hands, it looked like.
Correction, Wabash 10 of 18 from the field. Nope, 10 of 19. We got it right. Missed them both. Now we're 50%.
That's a bad number. You're leaving a lot of points on the board whenever you're shooting 50% off from the free throw line.
Long three by Kenny Green. Didn't hit anything, and Chadwick Crazies let him have it. Jager up the floor. Stakowski. Pump fake and scores. Ben Stakowski, the freshman. Andy Walsh listening in as well. He asked, how can you keep up with the game? That's in the stats guy. This is the craziest game he's ever seen. He would have loved to have played with where he'd come down and chuck threes. We agree, Andy. And it is hard to keep up. The stats guys are having a very rough time. We have a full crew tonight.
We do. We've got all hands on deck. My mom and dad are also watching, Clayton. Just to throw that one out there.
Hi to Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, our stats crew tonight, they have a few guys that are keeping track of what happened. So if they have to go back and look at stuff for stats, they can. As Stakowski turns it over.
Well, they've got about 3 guys back here writing, 1 guy on the official stat computer, and another guy calling out all the action. So
now Austin Earl is our official stats entry here for tonight and the rest of the home games.
I was talking to Austin before the game, and he was saying, I just want this one to be over with already. He was not looking forward to this game, but for my money, he's done a pretty bang-up job.
I believe Mason Asher is calling out plays. Sam Mattingly's writing them down. Our PA announcer tonight, Brent Harris, and Tyler Wade, who keeps the book, also has William Kelly down there helping keep track of fouls and substitutions. So, like we said, all hands on deck.
Yeah, we got everybody writing, and you get a good look there at the guys that are all trying to work together as much as possible.
98-66 after the free throws. 9:08 to play. We'll get a look at the stats crew again here in just a minute. As Evan Frank inbounds to Trenton McCarthy. 9 minutes to play here in the second half. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Wabash.
McCarthy's going to get a little lucky there because he threw that one away, but got it back off the out of bounds.
Linkey will inbounds. Inside, Pervlisis wide open. There wasn't anybody from here to Indianapolis around him. 100 points for Wabash.
That's not something you see very often.
Foul by Evan Frank. (100-66) our score. There you get a look at the stats monitor. So from left to right, you see William Kelly. He's in the red shirt. Brent Harris on the public address. Austin Earl has his hand on his chin there. And Mason Asher looking at the stats. They're trying to figure out something there. And then Sam Mattingly has that big ring on his finger as Andrew Scott makes the first.
Sam Mattingly, a member of the wrestling team here at Wabash. They came in 3rd in the country, I believe, last year. So sporting a little bit of bling tonight.
They're working overtime tonight. They should get paid $20 an hour instead of 10.
The time and a half at least.
Andrew Scott, and we have a lane violation.
We'll have to talk to wise guy Will Aprisco.
Wabash trying to break the press. Evan Frank. And it was tipped out of bounds by Tim Daniel. Jahari Dix still pumping his guys up.
Still trying to rally the troops. I don't want to jinx it, Clayton, but with 100 points on the board and 8.5 minutes still to play, we could see some records fall tonight.
The most points scored by Wabash as another shot goes down. 102 points.
That's 102 points.
Here's Tim Daniels, a 3 from the top of the key. That's off. Wabash scored 102 points last November against Boyce. Here's McCarthy, offensive foul.
If we were to score more than that, the last time Wabash scored more than 102 points was in 2000 against Oberlin.
They're trying to decide if he was in the restricted area.
(102-67).
Officials get together. Well, I don't think 118 or 124 is totally out of the picture.
I don't think it's even remote. I don't think it's even remotely out of the picture. I think it's certainly within the sights.
Officials still trying to figure out what happened here. Now I think they lost track of who the foul was on now.
Now, Clayton, if Wabash were to continue at the current pace of point scoring, they would break the record by 3 points, having scored 102 points in roughly 32 minutes of action. Pretty crazy stuff to think about.
102-67. 8 minutes to play. Here's Kenny Green. Tough shot with the left hand, missed. Rebound, Camrath. Find Evan Frank. Wabash works it around. Burton for three. That's long. Rebound, Shane Smith. Missed shot there by Jamal Daniels. Rebound, Saili. Kenny Green, NBA three. That's off. Rebound, Joey Linke. Good box out there by Joey. Here's Evan Frank, and we have a travel. (102-67).
Mercy.
Corner three. That's off. Rebound, Marcus Camrath.
Looks like to me that Daniel Saili is getting a little chippy with Marcus Camrath, and he's not a guy I'd want to pick a fight with.
Get a look there at the cross-country team. They were honored at halftime.
Finished 8th in the country, as I recall, in Division III, so that's
pretty good.
Pretty special.
Marcus at the line. Missed the free throw. Now we're under 50%.
That's not exactly.
Here's a look there at the foul. Kenny Green all up in his stuff, and then Saili comes in after the fact.
Yeah, that's a shorter man taking on a much larger man.
Marcus missed both. Wabash 10 of 22 at the free throw line.
I don't know what the answer is as far as free throw shooting is concerned for this team.
May have been a walk there. This is Richard Clemens to the rim. Miss. Tip back up and in. Andrew Scott. Well, they're still pressing.
That's the system.
102-69.
That's my
Camrath. Foul. Missed the layup. I've given up keeping track of fouls.
Well, we're shooting more free throws. I'll tell you, Clayton, I don't know what to make of any of this. You got 102 points and 69 points, and just about any other game we play this year, 69 points will win you a basketball game, and it's not even going to get close to that. I don't know.
Jager comes in, along with Zach Patton, Ronald Reagan also in. Or excuse me, Ronald Ryan also in.
Clayton, Ronald Reagan was the president.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
Marcus missed both free throws again.
You know, Ron Reagan was 6'4". He would have made a decent basketball player.
Camrath tonight 0 for 5 at the free throw line. He's got 10 points.
Miserable.
Inside, Camrath was blocked by Tim Daniel.
That's not something you see very often.
Here's a three by Michael Holm. That's off, and Andrew Scott was fighting for the rebound. It'll go to Wabash.
Another line change. Mercy.
Logan White will check in for Wabash. Be sure to stay with us after the game. Get to hear Coach Brummett's thoughts. Here's Logan White, the pass from Zach Patton. We're under 6 minutes here in the second half.
Certainly smart of White to go to the opposite side of the basket there. He knew the defender was cutting across the lane and just cut right underneath him, went up, got 2 points.
Two shots for DeAndre Brown. Makes the first.
Looks like Coach Barber's going to ice his own shooter.
Timeout. As you get a look there at some professors enjoying the game tonight. Yeah. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout too. Dr. Don, oh, look at that. All on their phones. Except, well, we got a couple on their phones.
There's Dr. Sarah Drury. She's on my comps board.
Dr. Greg Dollinger, Dr. Laura Wasaki, Dr. Drury's.
Both of them, yeah.
Mr. Elrod and Dr. Ingram, all right there, enjoying some basketball. We're back.
You can see Rich Woods up there, too.
Yeah, we're back after this. Wednesday night basketball.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
DeAndre Brown will be at the free throw line. He's got one shot after the timeout. 104-70. Wabash leads. 5:53 remaining. Courtside with Derek Andre and Clayton Randolph.
You know, DeAndre, that's a heck of a name he's got there.
That's kind of like taking your name and combining.
Yeah. I remember the first time I met somebody named DeAndre. I was in like 3rd grade and didn't know such a name existed.
Here's Zach Patton with the left hand. Good job of shielding his body there, absorbing the contact and finishing. 106-71.
Patton's got a pretty big body for a 3. He's able to go up and take some contact. It's nice to see him doing that.
Whistle, that one goes out of bounds. Go to Wabash. Logan White nearly had it knocked away. This is Jager. Guarded by Kenny Green. Now he's in the corner, in trouble. Finds Patton. There's Ronald Ryan going up with some contact miss. Evan Frank got the rebound and scores.
You know, Clayton, it may be dead week here on campus, but things certainly have been lively here in Chadwick Court tonight. I've been working on that one the whole evening. So.
Another substitution. Wabash now has matched the most points, the 7th most points scored back in 1966 against Wheaton. For more campus and community event videos, visit our Wabash College YouTube channel. All kinds of great stuff on our YouTube channel. There's a foul and one, Michael Holm.
Usually catch replays of basketball games, football games, sometimes even the occasional soccer game on there. So if you miss anything with us live, you can probably watch it on the
YouTube channel.
Away. Yep.
Fouls on Ronald Ryan, and Michael Holm completes the three-point play. And a steal by Daniel Saili. Here's Shane Smith from the wing. In and out. Tip up and in. Oh, man. Jamal Daniels gets up. There's McCarthy. 3 seconds to get it across. Frank does. Ben Stakowski in there as well. McCarthy being hounded by Jamal Daniels. Finds Stakowski. Wabash will work it around. 8 on the shot clock. Frank to Stakowski. Oh, alley-oop play.
That's a nifty little play there.
That one just kind of fell into the arms of Stakowski there.
Now we have tied the 3rd most points Wabash has ever scored in a basketball game.
We have an air ball by Shane Smith and a foul underneath the basket. Michael Holm picks up the foul. Dalton Vachon will check in next dead ball, or after this free throw here by Logan White.
And it's good to see Coach Brummett making, as far as I can tell, complete usage of the bench tonight. And just a couple exceptions.
We can assume Pavlis's night is done.
Yeah.
Dan finishes with a pretty good effort. 34 points on the night. 15 of 19 from the field, 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. He also had 16 rebounds. Wabash has 26 turnovers. Here's a 3, good. Tim Daniel. Wabash has really held Daniel in check. Stakowski breaks it.
Pavlis's 34 points is a career high. And as far as I can tell, the last time anyone had that many points was 2010. Wes Smith against Otterman.
Here's Logan White. Through the middle, and a foul is called.
Well, Clayton, with a little less than 3.5 minutes, I don't know if Wabash can score 14 points in this amount of time. And that's what it would take to get to the record, but you never know. It's going to be close.
White makes his first. Jeff Byrne comes in along with Lenke. Get a replay here of the foul. That was on DeAndre Brown.
Good job by Logan to go into the bucket. Try to withdraw contact or get the easy layup.
1 for 2 for White. There's DeAndre Brown. Daniel 2 for 10 tonight. He only has 6 points. He came in as their leading scorer, averaging 20.6 points a game. That pass is picked off.
All freshman 5 out for the Little Giants right now.
3-pointer, Jaden Greenwood. McCarthy had it knocked away. Lenke will inbounds right in front of the scorer's table. Dalton Vachon into the game. Good backdoor play, and Jeff Burns scores.
It's good to see Burns come out and put points on the board. Don't see a lot of him, but good to see him get in there tonight.
Michael Holm was fouled and won. Oh, tough shot falling away from the rim off the glass. Well, I think, Derek, the one thing, if you're Coach Brummett, you're going to look at, 28 turnovers, 18 in the second half.
That's a problematic number. It's not a number that you want to see. And
poor free throw shooting, too. Wabash only shooting 39.3% from the charity stripe.
For me, that's the bigger number. You can't shoot less than 40% from the free throw line, into the season. Whenever they play Worcester this weekend, they've got to be better from the free throw line.
Have to convert, yeah.
You can't give up that many points in a game. And You're seeing it on your screen right now. We'll go ahead and give a quick plug for it. Follow Wabash College Athletics on Twitter at Wabash Athletics. You'll get all the updates from all the games, all the teams, all the sports here for the Little Giants. So that, again, follow Wabash College Athletics on Twitter at Wabash Athletics.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, you got to hit free throws. You're shooting 39%. And I know Coach Bremen, you know, as a coach, you always find things that you want to work on. This game, I don't know if it was a real good one for Wabash to have right before Worcester. When you're talking about a team that's, you know, one of the best in the conference every single year, Derek, and they're 1-1 right now. Worcester in the conference, they're 3-2 overall, but Worcester is a team where you really can't mess around. In other words, you can't have 28 turnovers and you can't shoot 39% from the free throw line.
You hit the nail on the head, Clayton. Wabash made the conference tournament last year for the first time in a while, in part off of beating Worcester when the Fighting Scots made the drive to Crawfordsville. Now, I'm not saying that is a requisite for making the conference tournament, but it certainly helps when you can beat arguably the best team in the league. With that being said, you're entirely right. Wabash can't have this many turnovers, and I don't think they will. I think that a lot of that is a product of the defense they're playing against. But to be fair, the thing they can control is the 39% free throw shooting, and that's just not going to cut it.
Terrence Bradley into the game as well. Dalton Vachon with the left hand. 115-85.
They're getting close. 2 minutes to play. They've got a chance.
Joey Linke. Jeff Byrne thought about the three. Behind the back pass. Vachon, 8-footer. That's long, and a foul is called. Man, they just keep calling fouls.
It's about like it was against Wittenberg the other day. To be expected almost at this point.
Get a look there at Shane Smith. Jamal Daniels will shoot 2. Missed the first.
Ooh, he missed that one bad.
That was well short.
Ooh, my.
One more coming for Daniels.
With less than 2 minutes to play, you wouldn't think Wabash should get another 4 to 5 possessions to try to get to the record, but you never know. I'm curious if Coach Brummett or Coach Sullivan or any of them know what the record actually is.
Under 2 minutes to play, Lemke has it. Here's Byrne, little floater, that's good.
Another good shot for Byrne.
Get a look at 6'7" freshman Kenny Cox. Jahari Dix finds DeAndre Brown, misses a 3. Andrew Scott saves it. Another foul is called.
Wabash is pretty fortunate they jumped out to as big of a lead as they did. They're actually getting beat in the second half, 44-41.
1:19 remaining here in the second half. Stay with us. You get a chance to hear Coach Brummett's thoughts right after the game. Another steal. Andrew Scott going up and lays it in. But Sean misses. Got his own rebound. That was knocked away. Jahari Dix picks it up.
Things getting sloppy out there for Wabash here in the late goings.
3 is missed. Tip no good. Rebound Dalton Vachon. 117-90. We do have a shot clock. About a 7-second differential. Inside Vachon. Double teamed, and he just fell down. DeAndre Brown is fouled again. I think this official here has called most of the fouls here in the second half.
Yeah, it seems like it to me. We've seen this guy make the jog over to the bench, the scorer's bench, more often than not, it seemed like.
18 seconds. Brown misses the first. 117-90.
Think they'll try to score once more, Clayton?
Terrence Bradley has the ball, and he'll try to get it up the sideline. Gets it to Ronald Ryan. 10 seconds remaining. Here's Terrence Bradley, up and under, and scores.
Well, the 119 points will be the second most points Wabash College has ever scored in a basketball game.
DeAndre Brown hits a 3. That's your final score, 119-94. The Little Giants win it here at Chadwick Court. We'll take a quick break as we let Coach Brummett get through the free throw or the handshake line here. And Derek, this was just a up and down game. Wabash, like you said, second all-time in scoring now at 119. They just came up short of the 124 mark.
That's a lot of points. It's a result that you kind of expected coming in. You knew that some records could fall tonight, but it's nice to see it happen. This was fun. It's a good win for Wabash. I think it's going to build some confidence, give them a boost going into the Worcester this weekend.
Let's take a break. We're back after this with Coach Brummett.
Division III allows you to be able to give yourself to other things. Not even just participate in them, but really get involved with them if you want to.
There's a lot of interaction. It's not just sitting back, taking notes. You're actually doing hands-on things and better preparing yourself for your major.
Choosing a Division III school, I've had the opportunity to develop my leadership skills and to be more involved on campus.
Division III athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
And to have opportunity to have time to join clubs and being able to play basketball, it allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Here we are with Coach Brummett and the little kiddos.
The Brummett boys.
Yeah, 119-94, Coach. What a game.
I hated it. I thought it was terrible.
I figured you did. Let's talk about Daniel Pervlisis first off. He finished with 34 points. Really solid night for him, especially from the field.
Well, you're playing a style that you're not accustomed to. I thought our guys did a really good job of trying to do what I was asking them to do, try to attack them around the hoop rather than settle for jump shots like they're going to. And frankly, a lot of people that play them, they get caught up in playing the way that they play. I'd have to look at the statistics, but I would assume we were pretty high percentage.
And, do you feel this prepared you at all for Saturday?
No, not at all. We'll have to completely go back to work and change gears to get ready for Saturday.
At least, the one positive thing, you got a lot of guys with work tonight. Yeah, you worked on the press, too.
We did. We worked against the pressure. Hiram will press, not exactly like that, but similar. Ben got in there. Ben Stokowski, I thought he did a good job. That was his first action coming off of injury. A lot of guys got to play, and everyone's putting in good work every day in practice. So it's good to get guys in the game.
Coach, thanks. You guys have anything you want to say?
Grandma and Grandpa. You say hi to Grandma and Grandpa?
Hi.
There we are. I got Daniel Pervlisis coming over here somewhere. Daniel, what a game, 119-94, 34 points for you tonight. First off, let's get your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting game to say the least. They play an interesting style of basketball. I mean, they press a lot. It's interesting to try to, I mean, I'm saying interesting a lot just because I don't really know what to say about it, but I mean, our guards did a great job of breaking their press. You know, we came in thinking that you know, we're going to have to do that a lot. Early in the first half, you know, we really put it to them a little bit, and you know, we came into half, I think, up almost 30. Second half, you know, we turned the ball over quite a bit, and you know, we got to clean that up a little bit. But you know, that's obviously going to happen when we start playing, you know, different lineups and everything. So it was a good game to actually, you know, see some different people play on the court that, you know, don't normally get, you know, play time. So overall, it was good.
How do you mentally prepare for a game like this? I mean, I know you guys were ready to come out and you knew what kind of offense you were going to see tonight, but until you get out there, it's not really, you don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you really can't expect, you know, anything other than that they're going to be out there. You know, we knew that they had a lot of guys that were very similar, you know, a lot of shooters, a lot of guys who were going to be able to, you know, drive the rock, you know, take it right and everything. But, you know, basically we just needed to come out and play our own game, you know, play defense the way we're supposed to, you know, the way the coach teaches us, keep guys in front of us and clean up the, you know, the boards and everything, which I think we did great in the first half. You know, we got a little bit of lackadaisical in the second, but, you know, that's obviously areas where we need to work on. And it was a good stepping stone to look at Worcester on the weekend.
Dan, thanks, and we'll see you Saturday.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
We'll take a break. We're back after this to wrap up our final thoughts from tonight's ball game. Wabash wins at 119-94. Final score here at Chadwick Court, 119-94. Derek Andre, Clayton Randolph here courtside. And Derek, you know, this was, you know, you heard Coach Brummett say that they didn't get any better tonight, and he didn't like playing them, but, you know, you did get a lot of guys that got a lot of playing time tonight.
You know, Clayton, a win's a win. And you got to take them when you can get them. 5-3 is better than 4-4. Did they get any better tonight? Like Coach Brummett said, no. You're playing a team that you're never going to see this system again. You're never going to see this type of full court press up and down all night long. You're not going to see it the rest of the year. You're going to see you're going to go back to the NCAC. You're going to play teams that play in the half court, maybe press at the end of games, but you're not going to see this sort of system, as they call it. So is it a good tune-up game for Worcester? As Coach Brummett said, no, it's not. But on the bright side, it's a win, it's a W, and we move on.
The one number, too, that jumps out, there's a couple numbers here that jump out. 11 of 28, Derek, from the free throw line. 3 of 16 in the second half. Wabash shot from the charity stripe. Total 11 for 28. That's 39.3% for the game from the free throw line. The other big number that Coach Brummett won't like, 31 turnovers, and those are numbers that when you play Worcester, as we talked about there at the end of the game, Wabash can't have that. You can't do that against good teams here in the conference.
Well, whenever you shoot somewhere around 35 to 40%, you're not going to win games. I mean, you shoot like that against Worcester, that's absolutely going to sink you. You're leaving way too many points on the floor against a team that is arguably better than Wabash is. The turnovers, I think a lot of that can be attributed to playing this weird system, the defensive, the double teams all night long, the weird full court presses. That's strange. You're not going to see that. That forces a lot of turnovers. That's going to force your mistakes. But the free throw shooting, that's the thing that Wabash can control and is consistently, to put it bluntly, it's consistently poor. And it's something that's got to be addressed going forward in the conference play.
We get a look at some of the replays here from tonight's ball game, and you know, you're going to see a lot of quick shots here. You see Kenny Green. Kenny Green, really a talented player, and at the beginning of the game, we thought, you know, hey, he might have some, you know, he might be able to lead this team. You know, Wabash had all kinds of guys step up. Evan Frank, Trent McCarthy, a lot of young guys get some playing time. And, you know, it's just one of those games. There's really no other way to describe it because we're not going to see an offense like this again, the system as they call it. We're not going to see that again, and I think Coach Brummett is very thankful for that.
I am as well. You know, these are the type of games that it's weird and people going up and down the floor so much. These are the type of games that somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And so as much as you know, it was fun to watch, you got to say you're glad it's over. You're glad that Wabash won, and now you can move on. You can take Thursday and Friday to prep for Worcester because you've really got to reinstall an entirely different game plan than what you did tonight. But we just saw the play, Joey Linkey to Marcus Camrath. That's as good a pass as you're going to see all season long. You can't say enough good things about what Linkey did tonight. Just tons of hustle plays all night long.
All right, and as we come back here out of the replay, you see Trent McCarthy there with the tough move. The stats team tonight, just an incredible job. Austin Earl on the computer. You also had Sam Mattingly here. Mason Asher was here as well. Brent Harris right now, you can see he's working with Austin, trying to make sure the stats are correct before they enter the game. You see Dr. Dollinger there as he gets in there. He's ready for the Worcester game on Saturday.
A Worcester alumnus down there.
Yeah.
Crawfordsville born, but Worcester educated.
But just an extremely good job by the bench today. Even the scoreboard and all those guys, the shot clock guys, they had a tough job tonight, and they were able to get it done. And
kudos to those guys.
Yeah.
I was talking to a few of them before the game, and they were not looking forward to this experience tonight. But to see them come out and do as well as they did, because that's a hard job.
Yeah.
They did a great job. Kudos to them.
All right, and we get a look at our Media Center team today. Austin Myers, our awesome director, kept us going all game long. Replay today, Ryan. Our cameras, Dominic, Carlos, and Kendall, who's looking at us right now. Then our graphics and audio guy, all in one, Adam Phipps. Thanks, guys, to our broadcast team who brings you the games. Without them, we would not have this capability. Again, our final score tonight, 119-94. Little Giants are victorious. We're back on the air Saturday at 1:30 when the Worcester Scots come to Chadwick Court. This is a copyright broadcast with Wabash College Media Center. For Derek Andre, I'm Clayton Randolph. We'll see you Saturday on Wabash TV and WNDY.